No one ever said life's gonna be perfect. No one ever said life's gonna be easy.
On February 17th, 2022, they had found a large tumor growing inside of my uterus. The tumor that they found was aggressive cancer. I'm thinking, okay, doctor, tell me, how many patients have you treated with this type of cancer? And she told me about maybe 2 to 3 a year. And I said, well, of those patients, how many of them actually made it? And she told me none. As a mom, the first thing on your mind is your kids. And so I was like, wow, what if I don't see them graduate from high school, get married, and, have this life that I'm gonna miss out on? I thought about my husband and enjoy life with him and retire, everything that we had built together. And that was so hard. We all started going to VIVE, and I just immediately felt like a sense of community. I hadn't seen my kids so excited about going to church. I'd see my sons reading their Bibles and praying, and I'm like, wow, okay, I gotta step up. We started going to small groups, and so I'd give them updates of like how things were going, and when I had my next treatment, and they're like, okay, we'll make sure to pray for you. And it really encouraged me. The day of the baptism, I just remembered where there was this call for those who, wanted to get baptized. And that's when I just stepped out in faith and, shared my story.
And right now I'm battling stage 4 cancer. And I believe that God is gonna bring me through that. Yes. And today I'm making a declaration in front of this church, in front of my family, and in front of God, that I am gonna move forward and I'm not looking back. Yes. And I'm believing in God for the miracle. I don't care what doctors say, less than a 14% chance of living, but I'm believing God in faith that He has the final say. Amen.
And so we prayed that the chemotherapy, that I would respond well to it. And I did. And so in December of 2023, that was my last CT scan, and I finally got the results. And the doctor said, Charlene, your scan is clean. There's no evidence of disease. And I said, what? What do you mean? What does that mean? She's like, this is the closest thing to remission that you can get.
Happy birthday, dear Charlene. Happy birthday to you. Pray, Lord, your covering upon Charlene, your blessing, God. Godly health on her body.
For a while there, I thought that this cancer was always going to define me. And now I've come to a point where I'm learning to live life beyond the cancer. I've decided that I'm going to believe God, and I'm going to follow God and live my life in His hands. I've decided that I can't live with that anxiety, and I don't have to, because God is my anchor, He's my peace, He's my rock. And so even if I'm not gonna get that, well, you're cancer-free, that may never be my story. I may never be able to say that, but you know what? That's okay. I don't have to say that, because the healing has already happened. What's happened to my heart, what's happened to my mind, God's already healed me. Most people would think that having a stage 4 diagnosis is the end. But for me, this is just the beginning.